Hi, welcome to Kindred Spirit Readings. This is for Sun, Moon, and Rising. Let's begin, Gemini. Relationships may be that little bit harder to connect with. You have your ideas, they have theirs. You have your suggestions, and they theirs. And so you are both on different ends of the spectrum about most things, which is going to make this sound more difficult than it actually is. It really is that easy to come to a solution, but you are both being that little bit stubborn and pointing out along the way that each other's ideas are not appropriate or applicable to whatever is going on right now. And the changes in your life are very messy indeed. The only reason for this is because you are both not on the same page. So until you both realize that perhaps if you can reach common ground, then there is that possibility. What is noticeable is the fact that the both of you are not trying, that being the key word. Another thing would be that you are both very much a closed book when it comes to sharing your ideas with one another. So this is then creating that stagnation towards any plans being made for the foreseeable future. What you also may not be noticing is that if you continue like this could see you leading down the path of incompletion in most areas of your relationship. You know, something begins and then it doesn't end, especially if we are talking about feelings, emotions, and then nothing is resolved because we are simply going around in circles. I dare say that this is not something you may want. However, you will come to learn a lot along the way. And that is definitely not a bad thing, of course, that sort of thing. I'm certain that you would not want that, as you are a go-getter. And this would be best dealt with if you both just put any frustration behind you and get on with it. Emotions are out of whack. One thing I do love about this, about you, is that you are now going to notice how much you are changing for the better. You have a way with words. They are powerful. Nobody but nobody can change your mind. And if they tried, you're not having any of it, which is great. Whatever works for you. There are going to be some difficulties, but you are very headstrong. For singles, you are after more information about a certain someone. This is someone who you connected with many years ago, and you are finding it hard to get to them, although it is not as hard as it appears to get to this person. However, you have your doubts that perhaps they have moved on and they are happy living your life the way it is now. So, Gemini, I'm going to move on to the next 3 months of your life. What a challenge. You could be on the chase for a new property. Moving house is what you want, but slow and steady wins the race. So, the message here is do not rush. If you do, you will end up purchasing a home that you are not happy with. The house that I'm referring to that you will not be happy with if you do go ahead with it is a white house. It is old, although it appears to have been renovated only a little. It is small but tall in height, and there is a lot of land and no fencing. Paint may have been applied to this home, so very little work when we are talking about renovations. If you turn around and let's say you end up convincing yourself of using this home as an investment, it might be a good idea to check the finer details, the fine print even, and also it would not be a bad idea to turn it down altogether. But again, that is up to you. I know you will feel as though you are willing to get out. You need change, you want to move, your feet are going to be restless. There's no doubt about that. Very restless, in fact. Bear in mind that when there is this restlessness, you risk making decisions which could see you making mistakes along the way due to adrenaline, and last-minute crazy spendings are another thing to be aware of. You just need to balance yourself out, be centered, and take your time, as I said. There will be more involvement with schools, new projects, new ideas. This will take you to new heights. If you feel any pressure come over you, you will need to take yourself away from the everyday busy schedule. Do that without hesitation. Your family life will become the busiest it has ever been. Demands from children and your partner is going to be doing most of the nagging. Nothing to take personally, just take time out when you need it. Be reasonable and talk things through. They too must consider being reasonable. You are only human after all. but they are being difficult due to acts of selfishness. Your money, too good to be true. You are making business deals, making more money, but you will be hiding the majority of it. Thank you, Gemini.